Hey, VC, okay, I'm gonna talk about plants for just a second. Bear with me, please. Don't freak out. I wanna talk about spirulina, not because this is an ad, not because of me trying to sell you some snake oil, because spirulina, this fresh, frozen spirulina, has been the #1 thing I've ever done to my diet where I've seen the best results and felt something so amazing. Being vegan has been phenomenal, but this is a game changer for me. It's changed my life, and I want to talk about it. It comes in these little tiny pods. You drop them into a smoothie, that's it. They're tasteless, flavorless. We'll get more into that in a second. But when someone hit me on Instagram, they were like, dude, you should check out the spirulina. I think it'd be really good for you and your lifestyle. And I was like, no, thanks. I don't care about supplements or snake oil type stuff. I don't, my wife's really into all the activated charcoal and the essential oils and all this like crazy stuff, right? And I'm just, if I take it or if I don't take it, I never really see a difference. I don't want it. I just want something natural. I like eating potatoes because I know it's a potato. I don't want this crazy marketed gimmick. So I was like, no, dude, I don't want it. And then someone gave me a box. They were like, dude, you should try it. So I was like, whatever. And had no intention that it was gonna work. I had no expectations. It was just try it. Tell me what you think. I'm fully thinking I'm gonna tell this guy, I guess, maybe, but probably more of a placebo. So I started taking it. 2 weeks after I started taking it, I went out and did, I filmed a KOM video of me getting a KOM. Now before that, my fitness was not great. My fitness number, not great. And I went out and I did my best ever 5-minute power on this effort. And it was at the end of like a 3-hour ride. So it was very uncharacteristic for me in that time and my power levels. And I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. I rode good today, but I put that on me. Like, oh, I'm just awesome. A couple weeks later, I'm hitting more power records and I'm watching my fitness go through the roof. Now I know that has a lot to do with my training volume and a lot of other aspects to what I've been doing. But I've done huge training volume rides, weeks, months in the past, and my body just never seemed to adapt to that training stress as quickly as I needed it to. I sort of was hitting a plateau power-wise. And dude, I know you're already like, I don't care about this. And you're just slanging snake oil. But dude, I asked some questions to the biologist, Baruch, about it. He's the one behind all this. And I want to share these questions with you because the dude's super smart. So I asked him, what is spirulina? Like, what is this stuff? What is spirulina?
It belongs to the first photosynthetic group of organisms on Earth, the first ones that could harness the power of the sun and create sugars and oxygen. The cell wall is comprised of a type of a glycoprotein called glycogen, and this is one of the reasons that it's very digestible in our system, much better than other green algae that you've encountered, and it's very efficient. If in higher plants we invest in the root system, in the trunk, in the branches, in the leaves, and then we eat the fruit, which has a very specific composition and a purpose. In this case, we eat the entire organism with everything on it. And more than that, it's very delicate and small, and it has to adapt very quickly to the changing environment, temperature, light, salinity, chemistry of the water, pH. So it accumulates all these goodies, all these antioxidants and phytonutrients that help it adapt very quickly.
So I was like, okay, cool. What in it is actually making me feel so good and actually have results?
A lot of synthetic supplements, like these molecules, sometimes are very unstable, and in order for them to remain in the supplement, a lot of time they have to add different kinds of substances, synthetic additives, preservatives, stabilizers, just to keep them in the thing. And these things sometimes go through the system and do not break down in our digestion system, and the whole thing just goes through and you don't get what you're supposed to get. Where in this case, the spirulina actually assimilates. It takes all the minerals using the sunlight, and it builds these wonderful molecules, proteins, carbohydrates, essential fatty acids. It has a wide range of vitamins and minerals. And the real secret is the antioxidants and like special stuff that it has, because it's been famous for a high protein content, and the protein is very high quality. It has all the essential amino acids, all the BCAA. But protein is a bit more common than the other stuff. Regarding what you asked about the bioavailability, for example, the iron in the spirulina is they've studied it because they've seen that people are getting it's being absorbed very efficiently, and they've seen that the iron is inside a protein complex that actually, like what they call soft iron, it helps the iron to be absorbed in the body, and it's much more efficient. And we actually have people that have been using iron supplements, synthetic ones, like pills and drops, and they've been telling us like wonders about the spirulina and how it elevated their hemoglobin, ferritin after a while. It's important to say that it's not a magic pill. It's not some, snake oil or something. It's a crop. It's a natural crop.
And then I kind of asked him who spirulina is for, because obviously it's great for athletes, but what about everyone else?
If nothing else, spirulina is very dense nutritionally, and it can help you balance your diet, so everyone can benefit from it. We have, in terms of different sectors, we have vegans and vegetarians that want it because of its high quality protein, because it has available B12, because it has such an highly absorbable iron, because all of the composition. We have people that have immune system problems, sometimes children that don't like to eat vegetables, and the moms find it as a good solution because the fresh spirulina doesn't affect the taste and smell.
Okay, I know you're gonna second guess that kids are gonna like it, so let's take a little experiment with my son. And I promise you, whatever he says, I will put in this video.
Why do I have to have this?
Because I don't want you to see which one is which. I need you to keep your eyes closed and tell me which one has the spirulina in it, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Drink that one, take a sip.
Nope. I can smell. Wait, what?
Which one has the spirulina in it?
They taste just the same.
Are you just saying that?
They do. They taste just the same.
But you're not just saying that. I didn't tell you to say that, right?
Right? They taste just the same.
100% guarantee you that whatever his answer was, I was gonna put in the video. 100%. And I was like, man, he's probably gonna guess the spirulina, just because the texture, sometimes it will change a little bit of the texture. Like one of those is just juice, and then one has literally a pod that's been dissolved in it. So just the fact that you'd be able to maybe have something a little bit thicker. And I was like, I'm gonna put it in. Whatever he says, I'm gonna put it in. And dude, that was 100% genuine answer from him.
They taste the same. What about you try?
Let me see your green mustache. That's funny. But I asked him what the difference is between the flash frozen, this stuff that comes to you in dry ice and is difficult to ship, versus the very easily grabbed off the shelf powder. Because my wife had the powder. She had the Hawaiian spirulina. What is the difference between the powder and the flash frozen fresh spirulina?
Basically, there's this whole dry powder trend, green powders, and it's kind of when you look at it from a producer's perspective, they're not thinking about how can I get the most potent and best material to the consumer. They're thinking about how can I produce it in such a way that it's gonna be the most stable, have the longest shelf life, and it's gonna be the easiest way to move around in terms of logistics. So they just take the powder, they dry it, and they herd it there, and then it's being stored in room temperature, and the biology and all the processes just keep happening. So, and it has 5-year shelf life, so you don't need to be a scientist to understand that something after 5 years is probably not the same as the original living organism that it came out of. We understood immediately that we have to bring it fresh, and that we have to treat it in such a way that it will keep its qualities. The most basic difference is the taste and smell. The fresh spirulina is very delicate, and you can integrate it into anything. It doesn't change the taste profile, the smell profile. And the other thing is that you gain all these nutrients. Everything that's thermally unstable or sensitive to oxidation, like vitamins, antioxidants, essential fatty acids, we keep at a much higher level than all these dried products out there.
So look, I have heard all of the gimmicks about all this different magic pills or magic substances that are going to totally change your life. And I hear myself, I want to scream it from a rooftop to you that I believe in this so much. But I know that the more I tell you about how awesome it is, the more you're going to think, dude, it can't be that good. And I don't know, man. I don't know if just maybe it's the vegan diet coupled with the spirulina that gives me such great results. But a lot of people that do this aren't vegan. It's not a vegan only thing. There's tons of athletes that are amazing athletes that are getting on the Spirulina train that are not vegan whatsoever. They smash a steak with some spirulina and they're getting huge results. Everyone that gets on it is like, dude, this is kind of crazy. I'm having things that are happening to me that are hard to explain in a positive way, right? I know this is annoying, dude. I know I talk about it a lot, but it is literally the best thing I've ever incorporated in my diet. If you want to try it out, you can use code VEGAN, get you 20% off. I know, again, just by even saying that, you're probably like, dude, this guy's a spirulina shill. He doesn't really believe in it. I don't care, man. I don't care. I want to scream it from the rooftop on how much I believe in this. Get it, bro. It is a little expensive. The shipping, getting it to you is difficult because it has to be frozen. So that is a little bit hard, and I don't think they can really do anything overseas at this moment. But don't go buy the powder. The powder tastes like balls and smells like, and it's not good. I've done the powder before, and I don't see really any results in it. So I don't know if you have to do a ton of powder. 1 to 2 pods a day for me. Boom, gets it. I hope you enjoyed. We'll get back to cycling videos, get back into smashing watts and being healthy. Because, dude, your health is important. As always, vegan cyclist. Yeah.